I couldn't see, because I was in the deepest, darkest valley I had ever been in, that God was there the whole time carrying me through it, never turning away. I am Briana Domenica, a contemporary Christian singer, songwriter, speaker, and suicide prevention activist who is trying to use the gifts God has given me. Losing 3 family members to suicide has definitely taken a toll on both my mental health and my faith. For several years, I was just so broken and angry and lost and filled with this unimaginable grief and pain that I had no clue how to control or manage. I remember the moment we got the call and I could hear my mother's screams from the kitchen. She told me that David had taken his own life. And in that moment, my heart broke into a million pieces. My whole world just was crumbling and there was nothing I could do to control it. Davey wasn't just my brother, but he was my best friend and my hero and my protector. And I was never going to see, hug, or hear his voice ever again. And not only was I going through this unimaginable grief at such a young age, I was only 16 at the time, but I was also being bullied in middle and high school, and eventually you begin to believe those negative comments. And most of my days ended in tears, and I truly believed I was worthless. No matter how hard I tried, I never felt like I fit in. But my parents were going through so much, already having lost a son and going through their own grief journeys, that I suffered silently, but not painlessly. The pain had to go somewhere, and it did. If you look closely, you can still see the scars on my wrist. In the quiet of my bedroom or bathroom, I would use toenail clippers, scissors, basically anything sharp I could find to cut and carve my skin, just desperate to control that pain and heartache I was feeling. I dealt with this hopelessness for 4 years until my Aunt Linda noticed the cuts on my wrist. She kissed them and she told me I was worthy, loved, and a child of God. That conversation not only saved my life, but it encouraged me to get the help that I so desperately needed. Suicide awareness needs to be talked about more because over 48,000 Americans die by suicide each year, making it the 10th leading cause of death in the US. That's approximately 1 suicide every 13 minutes. Suicide is a permanent fix for a temporary problem and is 100% preventable. However, there is such a stigma around suicide and people contemplating suicide that they are weak, flawed, or selfish. But that just isn't the case. They are mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, husbands, wives, friends, loved ones that are in desperate need of help. And a lot of times, they don't want to die. They just want their pain to stop. So I think simply starting a dialogue can combat that stigma, because unless we start a dialogue, we will never see change. And I want people to know that they are not alone. There is help, but most importantly, there is hope. The resources that were most helpful for me was actually counseling, music, and rediscovering my faith and seeking that one-on-one personal relationship with God. After a lot of darkness and grief, I truly felt God calling at my heart to use this and share my story and turn it into something positive and shine a light on suicide awareness, but also use it as a springboard, not only for my own hope and healing, but for the hope and healing of others. Everyone's journeys are different, but moving from a place of darkness to light is possible. All you need is a little faith, even if it's the size of a mustard seed. Take it one day at a time, speak up, and reach out, because help and hope are available. I'm going to share a passage with you from this September 4th day, and I hope it encourages you like it has encouraged me. In closeness to me, you are safe. In the intimacy of my presence, you are energized. No matter where you are in the world, you know you belong when you sense my nearness. Ever since the fall, man has experienced a gaping emptiness that only my presence can fill. I designed you for close communication with your Creator. How I enjoyed walking in the garden with Adam and Eve before the evil one deceived them. When you commune with me in the garden of your heart, both you and I are blessed. This is my way of living in the world, through you. Together, we will push back the darkness, for I am the light of the world. And it also says in Psalms 23, even though I walk through the valley. Through is such an important word that I've learned over the years, because it doesn't say we're going to stay in the valley. But we're going to walk through it.